So in this online, I'm going through a lot of pictures of horses, just regular stock pictures. I bought this picture. I've never seen the horse live. And the good thing in this professional bridle fitting course is actually that we can use pictures and videos quite well. On the contrary with the bit fitting. I know a lot of you wanted to do bit fitting online, but it's impossible to have a proper look in the mouth and show you what the tongue is doing. We tried it, but it's not working. You really need the practical parts for that. But when it comes to bridles, of course, you can still see how the horse is moving, but the muscles of, say, the masseter are not going to change how the bridle is fitted. So that's why we can have a good look at pictures. And this is just the one I'm starting with. So let's have a look. We first see, what do we notice on this horse? Well, it's quite obvious that the horse has an open mouth. And if we look at it a bit more clear, we can see the jaw. These are two, I need another one. 1 second. The jaw is moving, the lower jaw is moving that way, and the upper jaw is moving that way. So even if you do it yourself, and I was trying that while talking, you will notice that that will have its effect on, simply said, your jaw joint. So that's here. So that's the first thing we see. What else do we see? Well, we see a lot of things going on in the neck of the horse. It doesn't look like a fluent, nice neck that has nice muscularity. It looks with bumps and holes in it. So there's definitely something going on in the neck. So I'll just do this. And you see it has to do with the part of where the flexion is taking place. So the highest point of the neck, I would say, is here. I can use an arrow for that, arrow. Whoop. And you also see the horse is tilting the head towards the left. And we see the lower part of the neck is pretty tensed up. So this muscle isn't loose like it's supposed to be. And this, of course, will have its effect on everything as well, especially the headpiece. But I'll come back to that in later videos. Okay, let's go to what we're here for, to the bridle. Okay, I won't make it green because then you think it's right. I will make the bridle stuff blue. Okay, what do we see? We see a noseband. That's too tight. And this one also looks tight, but it isn't that tight. It's more because the horse is wanted to open the mouth. So the noseband is pretty tight, which will have its effect on, of course, this part of the bridle and on the part behind the ears. So if this is really tight, everything will be pressed in this direction. And sometimes you even see the nosebands are completely against the cheekbones. Okay, so that's what we see on the bridle. What else do we see on the bridle? Well, we see the brow bands. No, wrong one. Is not that large. It could be a bit larger. We also see there is a number exactly on the TMJ, which is an important joint for the use of the whole horse's body. And we have, I think there's supposed to be a number on it, but we have it attached directly on this important joint. And also because the noseband is too tight, we see buckles and they're a bit lower than the TMJ, so that at least is positive, but we can see pretty clear this little part is pressing in the horse's skin, so we don't want that. This one also could be a bit more loose, but it's not that tight. So, okay, it's not the most important of this picture, but what else do we see? We also see the left rein is taken in more than the right rein. And that's why the bit, of course, comes out, but that's not the topic for today. So how does all these things influence each other? Well, if we look at the flexion, which normally should be, 1 second, here, and it is here, you will see that the headpiece is pressed more towards the ears. And of course, like you learned, there are many nerves here running here. And also what we can ask, because the horse is tilting the head, think of the former part about anatomy, is your C1, so your atlas straight. So these things are all important when we look at this bridle, and we are going to discuss many more pictures, and I will also show examples in videos. But this is what I want you to do in this part. Have a look at the photos and describe what you see.